to draw a picture of you juggling, Julian. Today we explored a medieval festival in France. France!
I would like to reach out my hand, say tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody well, pick me up with golden hand. Say, tell you to run.
Are we there yet?
Nobody say,
Adventure!
Today we left Paris
That's a big city.
and drove out to the French countryside.
Bye, Eiffel Tower!
Once a year, Brie-Comte-Robert.
That's a small town.
Rosie! Once a year, Brie-Comte-Robert holds a medieval festival.
In a real castle.
That's our friend Christiane.
She knows a lot about medieval times. Is this sort of a medieval festival?
Yes, it is, and we have it each year, once a year, in the beginning of October.
What kind of things are there to do at the festival?
There's juggling, there are birds of prey, people producing candlesticks in the old-fashioned way. Julian, do you know what medieval time means?
Back then? Like back then when they used to joust and all that?
And where there used to be knights.
Is there any knights here today?
Oh, yes, there are.
I really hope we get to see some knights.
I really hope we get to try some jousting.
In town, a lot of kids got dressed up in medieval costumes for the festival.
So we dressed up too.
Julian was right, medieval times were way back then.
Like hundreds of years ago, when there were moats and kings and queens and jugglers!
How do they do that? In medieval times, people used to watch jugglers for fun.
It's still fun to watch today.
That's amazing.
Rosie and I wanted to give it a try.
We started with just one ball, though.
Yes.
It's harder than it looks. Good. There you go. After we tried juggling, we went inside the castle to see some huge birds.
That's where we met Michel and his owl.
He's very, very nice. His name is Max.
Max is an eagle owl.
He's very, very nice.
He's very, very nice.
Misa and his wife have tons of birds.
They have caracaras, vultures, and falcons.
Hi, Mac.
Julian, why are they called birds of prey?
Because they hunt for food using their talons and beak.
Very good owl, eh? So we tried it later on with the vultures.
You have vultures?
Yes.
They're huge birds.
Oh, yes.
So what's a vulture? It's a huge bird. Sometimes can fly into the mountains.
Do you want to see the vulture?
Yeah.
Matilda?
In medieval times, people used to use birds of prey to help them hunt. They used gloves to protect their arms from the bird's claws.
But sometimes the birds just wanted to play.
They use silly birds. They are stupid birds, vultures. You stop it.
Michel let me try the glove on so I could catch the vulture too.
Misa taught his birds not just to land on people's arms, but their heads too.
I know exactly who it should be.
Loop je zwarte hoed?
I know who we should land it on.
Oh, yes.
Vulture head, Mommy!
I wish I had my own vulture. There were even more birds outside the castle.
Ducks.
And a market where the townspeople sold jewelry, games, and armor.
Rosie, do you know what your favorite medieval weapon is? What's a weapon? You could choose out of these. Then we met a candle maker.
He makes them the old-fashioned medieval way.
On descend et on remonte tout de suite.
We want to try for ourselves. This is heavy,
Ok?
Julian.
Allez, on
Christine
baisse.
told us that LA means go in French.
Hop,
1, 2, 3, allez.
hop,
Bravo, c'est bien.
bravo.
Bye.
Ah, that's for you.
Thank you. Look at that.
In medieval times, people play music on animal horns.
Ugh. They were hard to play.
Oh!
Picture time! Then we finally saw some knights. And with the knights came jousting!
Knights used to practice jousting just like this.
Charge!
Seeing how people lived in medieval times was an awesome adventure.
Today we explored a really old ship in Sweden. Sweden!
I would like to reach out my hand, say you, tell you to run. Nobody say nobody else. Well, pick me up with golden hand. Say you, tell you to run.
Are we there yet? World Adventure. We started our adventure in Stockholm. That's the capital of Sweden. Sweden has a lot of water around it, so lots and lots of boats like to visit. Lots and lots and lots of boats. We went to see one of the oldest ships in Sweden. Do you remember its name, Sam? Ah, there you go.
You broke it.
Now I gotta duct tape it.
No, Simon's broken.
I can duct tape it.
As I was saying, inside that museum is a 400-year-old ship.
Called the Vasa. That's our friend Sandra. She's gonna take us to the Vasa on a taxi boat.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi, welcome to Stockholm. Oh, here we go.
Goodbye, Palace.
Hey, Sandra, can you bring the dog over here?
See, he's very used to ships.
He's so cute.
High five, mister. Yay!
Amusement park. Amusement park. My hair looks good. Amusement park.
The amusement park had a Viking ship ride.
Cool.
Are we gonna go under that bridge?
Yep.
The boat looks a bit too tall.
Aha, but you'll see. Let's see if we make it. Let's see. Does it look good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We're already
You
half
sure?
under it.
Ah, and we're riding right under the royal sign there. And it was huge. And when it sailed on its maiden voyage, right out here, from where we came from, outside of the palace, it came to right about here, and then it sunk. It was a complete fiasco, and everyone was standing there waving, and the ship just sunk in front of their eyes.
Luckily for us, they took the ship out of the water.
And put it in a museum.
Looks like a pretty big museum.
Yep.
Whoa. Cool. I wonder if that's in the water. Well, maybe you should see. Oh, there's a little boat right there.
They had a model of the Vasa to show what it looked like when it was first built.
But this is what it looked like after being in the water for hundreds of years.
That's Fred.
He showed us around the Vasa.
What are those faces?
They're meant to scare people off, scare away bad spirits. It's an old tradition on ships. Because sailors are very superstitious, you know.
Why do they need so many cannons?
Well, it's a warship. It was meant to defend other ships, and then this ship would protect the ships full of soldiers.
Fred took us on board the Vasa. We had to wear special covers on our shoes so we wouldn't break the ship. Like you broke your whoopee cushion? I can duct tape it. Yeah, where are we going first?
I got my flashlight. We're going to go all the way aft to the stern, and then we're going to go up the ladders to the deck where the admiral would stand when he was commanding the ship.
So, Sam, it's kind of like being in the pool, no running.
Exactly.
Where do they steer the ship?
Well, we're going to go right past there, and well, actually, I'll show you, and you can try.
Is that a ladder?
That's a ladder. That's an old one, so we can't climb on that one. We're going to go up this one. But see, there's 2 steps here on top of this seat. So this is where people could sit and watch things happening, officers mostly. Sailors didn't get to sit down, they had to work.
Whoa, Sam, this is a great view.
This is what the admiral would see when the ship was sailing. And from up here, he could see everything happening on board this ship. And then he could look out to see the other ships in the fleet.
Then we looked inside the ship.
Do you know what this deck was for? Cannon. This deck and the next deck, both the 4th floor and the 3rd floor, were just cannon. There were 24 big cannon on this deck and 24 on the deck below.
Time to learn how to steer the ship.
Okay, you want to see where the ship is steered?
Yeah.
You would stand on this step.
Yeah.
And then you would hold the stick, called the whip staff, in your hand, and then you'd actually be looking out that door.
Is that a fireplace?
No, that's a bed. There was a bunk on each side.
What do you mean? There was a bed in there?
Yeah, you would have a mattress and a blanket inside there, and if you wanted privacy, then you closed the door.
Oh, in that little thing?
Yeah, you slept in a box.
Cannonball! There. Why is there a string there?
Okay, this rope is for hauling closed the door, the gun port lid, that would let you close the gun port. And the cannon would poke out here, but when you were sailing, you had to close the door so the water wouldn't come in. And that's why the ship sank, because they didn't close the door when they went sailing.
That one is?
This one is.
We had a great time exploring an old ship in Sweden. Hi, Sandra!
Hi. So before you go, are you ready to go on that Viking ship ride?
Yeah, let's go, Sam!
It took a long plane ride to get to England. In a big plane. Then a short drive out of the city to Hever Castle. That's where queens used to live. Hever Castle has lots of hedges cut out to look like other things. That's a rabbit. And that's a snail. They even have a maze made of hedges. That's where we met Adrian. He's a maze expert. What's that big hole right there? Or is that a pond?
That isn't a pond, that's a moat. It's
Oh,
water all the way around the castle.
I
So
know.
if you wanted to capture the castle, you had to get across the moat. So there's only one way in.
So if it's just closing, if you're a high enough jumper, you could jump on and then it'll flick you in.
Could you jump across that?
I wish.
Yeah, have you ever been in a maze? Do you know what a maze is?
Well, I've been in it with my pencil.
With your pencil, yeah?
If I would make a maze, I would. When people go in, the part where you're supposed to end, it'll trap, and then the part where you get in trapped too. So then they can't get out.
So it changes the design when you're inside it.
Yeah, I would have a whole bunch of animals thrown in there, wild animals, meat eaters,
Yes.
and then attack. I bet then you would find your way out, because you would be scared.
You'd be very motivated.
Adrian had a wooden maze for us to try first. Let's go.
Okay.
This maze is 2 levels high. Come on, Rosie. How come you're going backwards? Just to make sure you're doing it right. It's fun. Are you okay, Rosie? Yep. Okay. Whoa, it's a wiggly one. Look at that slide, Rosie. Then how do we get up there? I don't know. Let's go this way. Come on. Run, 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 run. This is a long climb, isn't it, Rosie? Yeah. Oh. Ugh. Sort of. Time to draw our own maze. How do you draw a maze? Oh, ow.
Well, you need a large sheet of paper and a pencil or a pen,
Or a marker.
and off we go.
Can you show us one of the mazes that you've done?
Yeah, I've done a whole book of mazes.
Adrian has made some of the biggest mazes in the world. Hey, is this a baseball field one?
Well, that one's in the shape of a tortoise.
Have you ever won any awards for your mazes?
Yes, I've broken 6 Guinness World Records for bigger and bigger mazes. Here's one which has double-decker bridges. One path and then a bridge on top of the bridge.
Oh my gosh.
Looking like a, what's that look like?
A dinosaur. Adrian, I'm gonna try and draw one for you.
Go on then.
Okay.
That'd be very nice.
We both drew a maze for Adrian to try to solve.
That's looking pretty
Done.
cool, that one. You've done one, have you? That's pretty cool, isn't it? It goes all over the place.
It goes around and around.
Yeah. And it all comes back again.
Good luck, Adrian. Mine is harder. No, it wasn't. He really is a maze expert.
Hi.
Good job.
Hi, good job. That's a great one. Wow. Are you ready for a real maze?
Yeah. Maze time! On your marks, get set, go! Big high five! Adrian told us that kings and queens used to play a sport called croquet. People still play it today. Adrian took us to meet his friend Oliver to try it out. What is croquet?
Well, it's a game where you go round and hit balls through hoops like a maze. Yeah, kind of hoops.
What's this what I'm holding?
That is called a mallet. You use a mallet to hit your croquet ball. You swing back.
Very nice.
We decided to play a game of croquet together. It was a lot of fun because you got to hit the balls with a big stick. Good shot, Oliver. Good game. We had an amazing time in England. Hey, Adrian.
Hi, guys. Before you go, would you like to try just one more maze?
Yeah!
Okay, let's
Pick up
go.
our stuff, Rosie.
Welcome to the water maze.
Good thing we did this last because it started to rain. How does the water maze work?
Well, sometimes where you put your foot makes the water come and get you wet.
Where's the end of the maze?
Well, the maze, the goal is in the middle here. And if you're clever, you can get right to the top.
Reach out my hand, oh, me say, oh, me tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, pick me up with golden hands. Oh, me say, oh, me tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody on.